Hello, welcome back, fellow Clicksers, to Clicks with Clifford. I am Clifford, as always, bringing you some more Heroclix stuff. Today, we're looking at the Heroclix Iconix Sherlock Holmes box. A lot of cool stuff in here. Make sure you get one. They're pretty cool. We're going to check out what's inside and see if it's worth the price tag to get. Before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Join our Discord, link below, to talk about some Heroclix stuff. Join the Patreon, also link below, if you want to support the channel. But let's get into it. All right, and here we have the box for Sherlock Holmes. It's a pretty cool box. It's like a door, it says 221B. It's pretty nice. We've got just a little figure on the side. We've got this cool saying in the back, says, "Ponder and plot your path to victory with some of the greatest minds of all time. Winning is elementary with Heroclix Iconix Sherlock Holmes." Sherlock Holmes. Specifically made for you, the Collector Iconix captures the moments that you love from the comics universe and beyond and brings them to your game shelf, play table, or Heroclix collection. Just like all the other Heroclix, it does have a nice little window that lets you look inside there. Not too shabby. Oh, we got another little thing here. It says, "A game is afoot." Heralded as the world's greatest detective, Sherlock Holmes has established an enduring legacy as a cultural icon whose name is synonymous with investigation and deduction. Prepare to be transported to 221B Baker Street for a supreme battle of wits between the great gentleman sleuth and his most nefarious adversaries. Heroclix Iconix Sherlock Holmes is a definitive collectible for any armchair detective or Holmes fanatic. That's pretty cool. We got a nice little display there with all the figures. Looks like it comes with 6 dudes, one of which is like a shadow dog. Well, I'm gonna go open this and we'll see what's inside. All right, so as like we were talking about, there's the sleeve with the 6 figures and a pack with all of the stuff. Let's take a closer look at each of the figures real quick. So here we have Irene Adler. She's pretty cool. We've never gotten any of these figures before, I believe. So these are all new sculpts, which I think all of the Iconix have been new sculpts. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm pretty sure they've all been new sculpts. Here is Sherlock Holmes holding a magnifying glass. Pretty cool figure. And they really got these in the plastic this time. All right, this one is also Sherlock Holmes with a sword in a sheath, and it's also a cane, it looks like. Pretty cool. This is Dr. Watson holding the suitcase, looking all Dr. Watson-y. Here we have Professor Moriarty, which I think he's the bad guy, right? I don't really know. And if I can get this dog out. There we go. And here we have a dog surrounded in shadow stuff. It's a really cool sculpt, actually. I really enjoy this. His name is Hound of the Baskervilles. He looks pretty cool. Oops. Inside this bag here, looks like we've got some bystander tokens. And some cards. Cool. Let's look at these real quick. Moriarty Henchman, all 3 exactly the same. And 3 Adler disguises, which are all the same as well. On the back of the Moriarty Henchman, there's a coin. And then on the Miss Adler, there's 2 that say fake and 1 that says real. Guess we'll figure out what that means here in a second. The cards are set up in a cool, I don't know, like old school novel type thing. Like each one's a book that you open it up, which is kind of cool. The adventure. Oh, it's a mystery card. That's pretty cool. Well, we'll go over the mystery card first. I'll throw that up on the screen now. The mystery card has the detective and past keywords. Clue effects: when this character with the listed keywords uses outwit to target an opposing character, gain a clue token. That's pretty cool. We haven't seen that one yet. They've all been kind of perplexed so far. When you have 3, friendly characters can use stealth. When you have 8, friendly characters can use poison. And when you have 12, when a friendly character uses poison, they deal penetrating damage. That's Not bad. And now let's go ahead and take a look at... Oh, I don't even know which one of these are... Oh, they actually got the name on there. Okay. Sherlock Holmes. Let's look at the Sherlock Holmes, the whole point of why we're here. He has 2 cards. One says A Study in Secret. One says The Adventure of the Dancing Men. Again, kind of like an old book that you would open up. I'll go ahead and throw his card up. This is the Sherlock Holmes WKX-003, A Study in Secret. All right, now Sherlock Holmes has... Oh, by the way, his card is super cool. I like it a lot. It's pretty dope. But anyways, he has detective, martial artist, past police, and scientist keywords, and he has a calculated strike ability. At the beginning of your turn, Sherlock Holmes may roll 2d6 and note the result. If he does the first attack roll, he would make this turn. If he does the first attack roll, he would make this turn, use the noted result instead of rolling. This attack can't be re-rolled or have its dice replaced. I guess that's kind of cool. You could determine whether you want to make the attack or not. You could roll in the beginning, oh, I know I rolled a crit miss, and then just decide not to attack with him. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. He also has the PD keyword, which is kind of cool. Moving down on to his next trait, he has when Sherlock Holmes clears action tokens, you may place him with Sherlock Holmes WKX-002 on the same click number. Okay, so when you clear actions, you can move on to the other guy, who we'll get into the other dude here in a second. He has a special movement power, which it looks like he has it on the last 4 clicks of his dial, so he doesn't start with it, just gets it later, which is Flurry and Force Blast. When Sherlock's Holmes would knock back an adjacent character, before knocking them back, you may place them into any square adjacent to himself. That's pretty cool. So you run out, you hit somebody, oh, I'm going to knock you back. But if the knockback path isn't where you want them to go, you can just move them around. That's not bad. Kind of sucks he has that mid-dial or late dial instead of at the beginning. But, that's not too bad. At the beginning of his dial, first 3 clicks, he has Charge, Precision Strike, Combat Reflexes, Outwit, and they are all the exact same stats. Then he has this special movement, Incapacitate, Super Senses, and Probability Control with the PD. I'm assuming the other Sherlock Holmes has a way to turn into him. So maybe it's like after he gets hit or something, you turn into him, and then you have a better, deeper dial if you want it to go that way. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into the next one, The Adventures of the Dancing Man. This is Sherlock Holmes WKX-002. He also has a cool little book thing in there as well. Now this one has the same keywords. Master of Disguise trait, which just gives him shape change. That's pretty good. Trade shape change is always good. When Sherlock Holmes takes damage after resolutions, you may replace him with the 003 Sherlock Holmes. So as I predicted, when he takes damage, he can turn into the other one. That's pretty cool. This one has a third trait, which is when Sherlock Holmes or a friendly character that's adjacent to or has the detective keyword is targeted by an opposing character's outwit or perplex. After resolutions, give a friendly mystery card a clue token. That's really good. Opposing characters within 4 squares can't use safeguard, outwit, or protected outwit. Not bad. He also has the police keyword. A little less offensive than the other one. I like that he can turn off safeguard, outwit, and protected outwit. That means the people with power cosmic, you can now outwit them. Stop clicks, you can now outwit. That's a nice little fix, especially for Kong. Right now is in 2024 in May. Kong is big in the meta, and a lot of people are playing him, and a lot of people are thinking about ways to beat him. So here's one good way to do that. He's a little bit more spread out, I suppose. He's got outwit his whole dial. Starts on 19 defense, super senses, no power in his attack spot, and sidestep. Okay, a little bit diverse there. I guess you could bring out Sherlock Holmes. This Sherlock Holmes to begin with to try to knock out like Kong or something like that. And then when he gets hit, you could transfer into a little bit more defensive, or I guess more offensive in this case, because you're gaining the flurry. So yeah, when someone comes out and hits him, you can change into this guy. That's pretty cool. These guys are definitely going to be in my collection. Well, let's go ahead and look at Irene Adler. Wow, all these guys have like books. It's like literally reading a book. This one's called Scandal in Bohemia. Boom, opens literally like a book. There's so much text. She has Celebrity, Detective, and Pass, so she shares keywords with Sherlock Holmes. She has Disguise to Fool Sherlock. Power, generate 3 Adler Disguise bystanders. Oh, those are the ones that we saw earlier. These ones here. And place Irene Adler on her card. At the beginning of your next turn, if Irene Adler is on her card, remove those bystanders from the game and place Irene Adler in a square one of them last occupied. That's kind of cool. So she like poofs away and then comes out. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm guessing she kind of becomes invincible while she's in that. But when Irene Adler generates an Adler Disguise bystander, exactly one must have the real printed on the back. So it comes with 2 fake and 1 that's real. So you can meet those pretty good. I don't know if you can... Other bystanders, so I guess you could shoot them. Yeah, they have stats. 6 movement, 0 attack, 17 defense, 0 damage. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then I'm assuming if you flip the one that's real over, it still gets her. But Mastermind. She has a defense power called Mastermind. Once per game, when Irene Adler uses it, she may instead choose an adjacent opposing character regardless of point value or keywords. That's not bad. If you're right next to an opposing character, you can just... Hey, you hit yourself. That's pretty cool. Besting Holmes, a special damage power, which is outwit and probability control, the 2 powers you always love to see together. Irene Adler can use both when on her card as if she occupied the squares of her Adler Disguise bystanders. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so you can move those guys out. They are autonomous, so for one action, you're getting those 3 guys, and they can run out, and you can get some pretty good coverage with the outwit and probability control. She's a team player. She also has another trait. Trained as an actress. Oh no, this is the bystander has this trait. When Adler Disguise is KO'd, reveal its back. If real is printed on its back after resolutions, place Irene Adler in the square this bystander last occupied, deal her 1 unavoidable damage, and remove all other Adler Disguise bystanders from the game. Protected Pulse Wave. Okay, so that's how she comes back out when they kill him. That's as we expected. She's pretty cool. A little bit of don't die tech there. You could just constantly be turning into your little tokens, and then nobody can do anything about it. That's pretty cool. All right, moving on to the next one, we're going to go with the Dying Detective, which is Dr. Watson. He's number 1 in the set, which is pretty cool. Again, a nice little book thing going on here. He has the Detective, Past Scientist, and Soldier keyword, and they trait the Whetstone to Sherlock's mind. Free, choose an adjacent friendly character. If that character can use Outwit, they may use it an additional time this turn. That's pretty cool. As a free action to hand out 2 Outwits. I really enjoy that. A publisher of Holmes Adventures, so he's the guy that wrote these books. For all characters with this trait, when a clue token is placed on a friendly mystery card, after resolutions, you may heal a friendly character with the detective keyword 1 click. That is really good. There's a lot of detective coming out right now. He has a special damage power, which he starts on, range combat expert, and support. And he's also team player. 60 points, sidestep, no attack, willpower, and the special damage, which is range combat expert and support with a range of 5. Okay, I see I'm picking up what you're putting down, Dr. Watson. Let's look at the final problem, Professor Moriarty. He's silhouetted. Pretty cool. He's got a little bystander too. This is where the Moriarty henchmen come in. He has Detective, Past, and Scientist. Underworld Network trait, which is leadership. When Professor Moriarty uses it and succeeds after resolutions, he may generate a Moriarty henchman bystander. So he uses leadership. He generates these little 0-point guys that can carry using the Underworld keyword. Precision strike, close combat expert. It's actually not bad for a free little pog that you generate. And then another trait, power, choose an opposing character with 1 or more action tokens and deal them 1 unavoidable damage. If that character isn't KO'd, heal them 1 click. That's pretty cool. So if you know your guys on, if you hit somebody and you have a suspicion that they're on their last click, you can just deal them 1 just to, kill them off. That's pretty cool. It is a power action to do so. Although I don't see a range on here. It's just power, choose an opposing character with 1 or more action tokens and deal them 1 unavoidable. It had not adjacent, not within range. So you could keep him in the back and then just go ahead and use that power action. Huh. That's pretty cool. He has a damage power, which is Outwit, Perplex, and Protected Outwit. So he has Outwit and Perplex, and you can't Outwit and Perplex him. Pretty good. For 45 points, man, he's really good too. You can generate some bystanders. You're getting telekinesis. You're getting leadership that generates these little dudes. Like, that's not bad at all. He might be my favorite character out of the set. And last but simply not least, the Hound of Bakervilles. Hound of the Bakervilles. He's pretty cool. Alright, what does he have? Animal, monster, mystical, past. Okay. He has a trait, Fog over Grimpenmire, which is just stealth. Cool, he's got trait stealth. He has another trait, Stalking Generations of Bakervilles. Once per game, when Hound of the Bakervilles would be KO'd, instead turn him to click number 8 and roll a d6. Heal Hound of the Bakervilles equal to half the result, Protected Pulse Wave. He's got a deep dial for 50 points, some charge, blades, claws, flurry later. He's just a close combat monster with stealth who, just takes a little bit of damage to kill and then comes right back. Okay, I think that's everything from the Sherlock Holmes set. I hope you guys enjoyed this opening. I'm going to try to talk about whether or not you guys want it or not. I say yes, and for 2 reasons. One, I think the Dr. Moriarty is really good, or Professor Moriarty, I think he's really good, but also Sherlock Holmes and that ability to turn off Protected Outwit within 4 squares. Typically, turning off Protected Outwit has been like you need to be adjacent, or you have to hit him with an attack. So just having a bubble that opposing characters only can't use it, that is really good. It helps with those Alpha Strike teams. If you got Outwit and you get straight across the board to murder somebody, you have an option there. So I would go ahead and pick one of these up if you ever get the opportunity and are a meta player. If you're not a meta player, there's a lot of fun here too. I think just playing them all together, or some semblance of them, I think you'll have a lot of fun. But with that said, let's get to the end of this video. Alright, and there you guys have it. That was our Heroclix Iconix Sherlock Holmes opening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.